Can you repeat that, please? Street photography is often about making connections. So as a street photographer, you should always be looking for a connection between your subject and its surroundings. Connections can be found anywhere, and they could be subtle or obvious, and they could be literal and abstract. But these connections is something that makes great photography stand apart from good photography. A really good example of this is Mr. Joel Meyerowitz. He's a New York-based photographer who was prolific mostly in the 80s, and if you check him out, you'll see why he is relevant to what I'm talking about right now.
I'm going to invest 20 years of my life in trying to photograph this place, which is exploding every day. It's changing every day. That's what I'm giving my life to, and I'm hoping that in 20 years, by the turn of the century, there's a body of work that says this is how it feels to be alive in New York City. Because this is one of the phenomenons of our time.
Using repetition in street photography is great fun and can produce striking results, but to understand why we like it so much, we need to dip into a little theory. Repetition or similarity occurs when objects, shapes, forms, colors, or textures look enough alike to be perceived as a group or pattern in viewer's mind. Any of these different elements, when occurring in an image, offer the viewer a sense of rhythm and will connote harmony, thus making them linger on the image for longer. And this is the Gestalt law of similarity. Apply this principle to your street photographs by producing 6 images based on the idea of repetition. To make your mini-series hang together, you might want your images to share a common theme.
Technique and tips. Look for repeating objects. Dogs, empty bottles, bicycles, anything. Also look for colors, gestures or patterns, and once you have that connection, have the basis for a strong image. To prevent repetition from becoming boring, look for ways to break a pattern. Imagine a picture of market stall with one red apple among rows of green apples. You'll be quicker to react if you use a wrist strap, as it means your camera will always be in your hand, with your finger hovering near the shutter release button. Observe people's body language and try to predict what they'll do next. Don't forget to use this technique for abstracts as well. Repeating patterns can provide a strong graphic element.
Hi guys, it's me again, and we're all up close and personal right now because I'm about to say something very important. And that is my results. Not very important, but you watching the video, you're probably interested in them. It was very difficult to do as I described in the video, so I didn't stick to a specific theme. For example, like only gestures or only colors or only like patterns. Like I stuck to a general theme, so I took examples for everything, and you'll see that in the results. Also, it took me a whole day, a lot of walking around London, and yeah, it's a quite difficult one because it's very coincidental. Like how else would I describe it? It's very coincidental, and coincidences don't happen often. They just happen by coincidence, isn't it? So yeah, I think it's best if you just see the results for yourself. So you can see here how these two girls are very similar, have the same style, same little animals on the backpacks. And this is one of my favorites. Like the woman and the lamb have the same kind of posture. This one's obvious. This one is not so obvious, so you have to pause the video maybe to look at it better. What else? This one, I took so many people just protecting their face from the sun. It was really interesting there in Covent Garden. So yeah, like it was a no-brainer. It was a no-brainer episode. It just took a lot of actually it was a brainer episode. It took a lot of focused effort, I guess, but it was fun, and I dare you to try it and let me know about it. And also I dare you to comment on the video if you have any feedback, or even if you don't have any feedback, you can always troll or something. You can say offensive stuff. No, don't do that. But yeah, if you really like the video, you can follow me on YouTube, obviously, and you can follow me on Instagram, and my Instagram handle is in the description. So yeah, if you add me, I add you back. That's how it works. So thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next episode.